Have you ever paused to wonder if your thoughts could be silently shaping your body, your health, and even your destiny? We are taught to watch our food, our medicine, our exercise, but rarely are we taught to watch our thoughts. Yet, consider this, your body is made up of almost 70% water. Every organ, every cell, every beat of your heart is flowing with water. Now imagine if water, this subtle and sensitive element, is silently listening to you every moment. What are you feeding it? Are you filling it with fear, anger, and stress, or are you nourishing it with peace, love, and gratitude? Science has shown us hints of this mysterious truth. Experiments reveal that water exposed to loving words forms beautiful crystal patterns, while water exposed to hatred or harshness becomes disturbed and chaotic. Ancient sages of India already knew this. They worshipped rivers, blessed water before drinking, and taught mantras to purify it. And saints like Paramhansa Yogananda reminded us that every thought is energy, and energy creates vibration, and vibration shapes matter. This means the water flowing inside you right now is carrying the imprint of your inner state. If your thoughts are restless, the water within reflects turbulence. If your thoughts are serene, your inner waters glow with harmony. What a profound idea, that by transforming your thoughts, you can transform the very waters of your being. So today, let us explore together the healing power of water. How it carries energy. How your thoughts affect it. And how, with conscious awareness, you can turn every sip of water and every thought you think into a medicine for body, mind, and soul. Water is often seen as something ordinary, something we use every day without much thought. But if we look deeper, we begin to realize that water is not just a physical substance, it is a living element filled with mystery. In ancient Indian wisdom, water is called Jala Tattva, one of the 5 great elements that form the foundation of life. Without it, no plant could grow, no creature could live, and no human could survive. It is both humble and powerful, soft yet unstoppable, able to nourish and also to shape mountains over time. Yogananda often reminded his students that all of nature is infused with divine intelligence. Nothing is dead matter. Everything is alive with the vibration of spirit. Water, in particular, is unique because of its receptive nature. Unlike stone or fire, water is fluid, flexible, and sensitive. It does not resist, it receives, it reflects, it adapts. This quality makes it not only essential for the body but also an extraordinary mirror for human consciousness. Think of water as a silent listener. It absorbs whatever energy surrounds it, whether that energy comes from the environment, from words spoken nearby, or from the very thoughts we carry within. Just as a calm lake reflects the sky with clarity, water reflects the energy of the mind. And just as ripples distort that reflection, disturbed thoughts can disturb the water within us. So when we drink, when we bathe, when we flow with water, we are not merely engaging with a physical element. We are engaging with a subtle intelligence that responds to vibration. Understanding this mystical nature of water is the first step to realizing why our thoughts have such a profound impact on it, and why learning to harmonize those thoughts can bring healing to the body and peace to the soul. Modern science has also begun to glimpse what the sages have long known, that water is far more than just a chemical compound of hydrogen and oxygen. One of the most fascinating contributions came from Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher who explored how water responds to human intention. In his experiments, water samples were exposed to different words, prayers, or pieces of music. When frozen and then examined under a microscope, the crystals that formed in the water reflected the energy they had received. Water that was blessed, prayed over, or exposed to loving words showed beautiful, symmetrical, snowflake-like structures. In contrast, water that was exposed to anger, negativity, or harsh words became distorted, irregular, and chaotic. While some in the scientific community question his methods, the essence of these findings aligns beautifully with timeless spiritual truth. Thoughts are not empty, they are vibrations of energy. Just as a pebble tossed into a pond creates ripples, so do our emotions and intentions create ripples in the waters within us. Remember, your body is mostly water. Every thought of anger, fear, or stress stirs those inner waters, making them restless. Every thought of kindness, gratitude, or love calms and beautifies them, just as soft music soothes a troubled mind. Even without microscopes, we feel this truth intuitively. Have you noticed how food or drink tastes different when prepared with love? Or how water feels more refreshing when it has been offered with a blessing? This is not imagination, it is energy made tangible. So while science continues to debate, the seeker need not wait. The message is clear: your thoughts and emotions are continuously impressing themselves upon the water in your body. By choosing positive, uplifting vibrations, you are literally shaping your health, your vitality, and your inner harmony. Paramhansa Yogananda often reminded seekers that thought is not a shadow, not an illusion, not something that disappears the moment it arises. Thought is energy. And energy is vibration. And vibration has the power to create form. When we understand this, we begin to see why our inner life shapes our outer reality, and why the water in our body is so deeply influenced by what we think and feel. Yogananda taught that every thought sends out waves into the universe. These waves are subtle, but they are real. Just as the vibrations of sound can cause glass to shatter or music to stir emotions, the vibrations of thought can influence the matter they touch. Since our body is mostly water, it becomes the most direct and immediate receiver of these thought vibrations. The water within is like a living screen, constantly recording and reflecting the play of our mind. When you hold negative thoughts, anger, resentment, fear, they disturb the inner vibration, just as a storm disturbs the calm surface of a lake. Over time, such disturbances can affect not only mental peace but also physical health, because the harmony of the body depends on the harmony of its vibrations. On the other hand, when you fill your mind with prayer, joy, love, or gratitude, those higher vibrations are absorbed by the water within you, bringing balance, calmness, and even healing. This is why saints and sages have always emphasized the importance of right thinking and right feeling. It is not merely for morality, it is for inner harmony. The water in your body is like a temple, and your thoughts are the prayers being offered there every moment. By lifting your thoughts, you purify not only your mind but the very waters of your being. In India, water has always been regarded as sacred. Rivers are not just natural streams, they are seen as living deities, flowing with divine energy. The Ganga, the Yamuna, and other holy rivers are worshipped not only because they quench thirst but because they carry vibrations that uplift the soul. This reverence is not superstition, it is a recognition that water is a carrier of energy, able to hold and transmit the subtle power of consciousness. Paramhansa Yogananda spoke often about this truth. He explained that just as you can magnetize a piece of iron by rubbing it with another magnet, you can magnetize water with thought, prayer, or mantra. When water is blessed, it becomes more than a liquid, it becomes a conductor of divine force. Many of his disciples recalled how he would pray over water and ask them to drink it for healing. The prayer, the vibration, would be absorbed into the water, and through the water, into their bodies. This principle is why traditions across the world, from Christian holy water to Hindu tirth, have emphasized blessing water before using it. The outer act of blessing is a way of charging the water with higher vibrations. And when you drink or bathe with such water, you are literally taking in those vibrations. Think about this for your daily life. Every time you pour a glass of water, you have a chance to transform it. A moment of gratitude, a short prayer, or even silently chanting the name of God can change that water into medicine for body and soul. It is such a simple act, yet its effects ripple throughout your being. Water becomes a bridge between your thought and your health, between the human and the divine. Understanding that water carries vibration is only useful if we apply it in our daily lives. The good news is that you do not need complicated rituals or rare knowledge. Even the smallest mindful act can transform the water you drink into a blessing. Let me share with you 3 simple practices that every seeker can begin today. The first practice is speaking with love. Before you drink a glass of water, pause for just a moment. Hold the glass gently in your hands and silently thank the water for giving you life. Whisper words like, "You are life, you are energy, I am grateful." This simple expression of love and gratitude changes your relationship with water. It reminds you that you are not consuming something lifeless, you are receiving a gift of nature infused with spirit. The second practice is praying or chanting over water. You can softly repeat a mantra, an affirmation, or simply the name of God. Yogananda often recommended using affirmations like, "I am well, I am whole, I am one with the divine." As you repeat these words, imagine them flowing into the water, filling it with light. When you drink it, feel those vibrations entering your body, spreading harmony and healing. The third practice is staying mindful of your thoughts. Remember that the water already flowing inside you is constantly being influenced by your inner state. You don't need a glass in your hand, your body itself is the vessel. By cultivating calmness, kindness, and joy, you are continuously blessing the waters within. These practices are simple, but they carry immense power. If you make them a part of your daily routine, water becomes more than hydration, it becomes prayer, medicine, and a silent companion on your spiritual journey. When we begin to understand the relationship between thought, vibration, and water, healing takes on a new meaning. We realize that health is not just about medicine or diet, it is about harmony. Water, as the most sensitive element in our body, reflects this harmony instantly. When our mind is restless, when we hold on to anger, fear, or anxiety, it is as if the inner rivers of our being are disturbed. The flow becomes uneven, the vibration becomes harsh, and over time, the body feels the effect. But when we cultivate love, when we practice gratitude, when we bring God into our thoughts, the inner waters change. They flow smoothly, they shine with calmness, they nourish every cell. Yogananda taught that true healing is not merely removing disease but restoring the soul's natural harmony with spirit. And water, in its quiet way, helps us see this truth. It shows us that life responds not only to what we do but also to what we think and feel. Imagine your body as a temple filled with sacred water. Each thought you think is like a prayer being offered into that temple. If the prayer is fearful, the water reflects fear. If the prayer is loving, the water reflects love. Healing, then, is not something far away. It is a process that begins with the mind and travels through the waters of the body, bringing balance, vitality, and peace. So the secret is simple: guard your thoughts, nurture your emotions, and bless your water. In doing so, you are blessing yourself. Water becomes not only a physical necessity but a daily teacher, reminding you to live in harmony, to stay connected with spirit, and to allow divine energy to flow freely within you. So, dear seeker, as we come to the close of this journey, I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect on what we have explored together. Water, something so ordinary and so close to us every day, is in fact extraordinary. It listens, it remembers, it reflects, and it carries energy. The water within you is responding right now to the thoughts you hold, the emotions you feel, and the prayers you offer. This is not just theory, it is a living truth, confirmed by both the ancient wisdom of the saints and the quiet voice of your own experience. The next time you lift a glass of water to your lips, do not rush. Take a breath. Offer it a thought of gratitude, whisper a word of love, or silently repeat the name of God. When you drink, feel that blessed energy flowing into every cell of your being. In this simple way, each sip becomes sacred. Each thought becomes medicine. Each moment becomes a chance to heal. If this teaching touched your heart, I would love to hear from you. In the comments, share your own experience. Have you ever noticed water feeling different when prayed over or blessed? Or simply type Jai Gurudev to join this circle of positive energy and devotion. Your words not only bless you, but they also inspire and uplift other seekers in this community. And tell me, what would you like us to explore together in the next video? Which mystical truth, which teaching of the Masters, calls to your heart? Your guidance will help shape the journey ahead. Until then, drink deeply, think kindly, and live harmoniously. Remember, you carry rivers of spirit within you. Flow with them, bless them, and let them heal you. Jai Gurudev.